Joker 2 has been confirmed. It's a real movie that's coming out. And yeah, some people may say Joker didn't need a sequel. It sort of stayed as a standalone movie. But yeah, Joker is getting a part 2. And of course, you have the mainstream media already complaining about Joker 2. Yep, they're already complaining about Joker 2. Yep. Here's a Joker 2 was announced like a day ago. And we already have quote unquote fans, they're not real fans, okay? Same thing with the quote unquote Star Wars fans, okay? Okay? Saying they want more diversity, or Marvel fans, okay? But Joker 2 is getting a sequel. But here, part 2 is necessary. Joker 2 discourse is a pass for me. I'll enjoy it. No one will praise or sway me. I already fell for that trip once. Please understand. Okay. Here, and yeah, Joker 2 could connect to the Wild Past and Batman series. But the media is already angry the fact that Joker's getting a sequel. They did. It's like the worst news they have ever had. After they went and said how much of a masterpiece Eternals is. You know, the Eternals is going to be Marvel's next masterpiece. Blah blah blah. But the but the whole sight of Joker 2. Okay? And yes, is a sequel really necessary? I don't really think that it is necessary. But considering how much money the movie has made, you know, I think people do want to see more of this of Phoenix's Joker. I think people want to see more. I think he will be the main point of it. I think he will put his phenomenal acting skills again to a test. Again. But it's being written by the original director, the Todd Phillips. But yeah. And also Sonic is getting a sequel. We're just waiting on Alita getting a sequel, right? We got Joker a sequel. We got Sonic a sequel. And now, you know, and of course the mainstream media is saying fans don't want to see it. But I'm sorry, but Twitter is not a majority of the DC fan base, okay? Here. And yeah, I can see the people complain that why do we need a part 2 to Joker? Okay, why do we need a part 2 Joker? I hope the part 2 Joker does tie in to Robert Pattinson's Batman movie, you know, so he can set up a new like DC universe. But Joker wasn't the same way successful movie. They're going to make a sequel to it. And some of them are even outright saying that it's going to be a flop. Okay. And of course, you have Twitter complaining, and we had know nothing about it, and there's already, supposed fans complain about Joker 2. Yeah. And I bet it was announced because Cruella, Disney's trying to make Cruella into Joker. Okay? Into a movie like Joker, and it's completely failing. Okay? Completely failed. Okay? Birds of Prey completely failed. Okay? But Joker made $1 billion. Okay? Suicide Squad didn't even make $1 billion. Okay? And Joker made $1 billion about China. Okay. And, some of these sites are even saying it's gonna flop like absolutely ridiculous. Okay. These guys out. Okay. Joker's getting a sequel, but does it really need one? Okay. Some of these critics are hoping it's flop because they want it to flop. Because they were trying to get rid of the Joker movie because they said there was going to be violence at the movies. But you know what movie caused violence? Frozen 2. Okay? Not Joker. Okay? Freaking Frozen caused violence. Okay? You had Twitter crying over Joker. Okay? Making money. Okay? Crying over the fact that it was nominated for Best Picture. Instead of other supposedly worthy movies like Booksmart, okay? Booksmart was not worthy of Best Picture, okay? Yes, the critics gave it a perfect score, but that's because it ticked all of the, the woke marks possible, okay? Joker did not, and it still got nominated for Best Picture. I don't think Joker 2 is going to be nominated because, the Oscars said they're going to put more woke movies on there, like Booksmart. So they have more Booksmarts and Black Panthers, more garbage woke projects, more Nomadlands movies that nobody's going to watch. But, the critics call masterpiece until you have to see it or else you're a bigot, okay? I can't wait to see how this compares to Captain Marvel 2 or the Marvels, okay? Or Black Panther 2, which is gonna be woke, okay? And they have been considering working on this for the past couple of weeks, okay? I bet this is just coming along because Disney wants us to, because of course most of the mainstream media is, pro Disney. They're going to try to, say, well, we can have a Joker sequel. Well, did we need a Cruella movie? No. Okay? And Cruella is doing far worse than Joker, okay? Okay, we compare Joker with everybody's comparing Cruella to Joker. Okay. All the critics saying that, it's better than Joker. Okay, this is how much Joker made. Okay, Joker made 13 times more, no, 12 times more than Cruella. Okay, and Cruella has the Disney machine behind it. Okay, and yes, it does. It also is on Disney Plus, but it's a premium price on Disney Plus. Okay, Joker made 13.3 million. Okay, and yes, they'll say, but my pandemic, that's the reason why Cruella is doing bad. Maybe it's because people don't want to see Disney movies anymore. Disney is dying. I don't know why people can't accept that. Okay? Disney is dying. Soul is a failure because they refuse to release that in theaters. Okay? It's being beat out by A Quiet Place Part 2, which is outperforming the first movie. Okay? And people say, but Disney Plus, but a freaking Quiet Place Part 2, as I said in the Cruella, is a flop. It's next Disney flop. It will probably make money on Disney Plus. Enough money to, salvage the loss of the movie. But, Disney probably spent like $150 million on marketing this movie as well. No one's gonna really pay $40 to watch this on Disney Plus, really. Okay? No one's gonna watch this in theaters. IMDb is only a 7 out of 10. Which is gonna probably continue to drop over time. Cause usually it's peaks to like around, usually like when the movie comes out, the score peaks and this goes down. Like for example, Ready Player One was like 7.8. Okay. Alita was like at 7.8 as well, but went down to 7.4. Ready Player One. Let's see what Ready Player One's current score on IMDb is at 7.4. It was at 7.8 on IMDb, but went down to 7.4. Kuro's gonna probably end up around 6.5 or 6.6, similar to Sonic the Hedgehog had on IMDb. Okay, and we compare it to Joker, which was at like a 9.0 at the very beginning. Okay, you can see which movie is more better received. Okay, Joker was at a 9.0, it dropped all the way down to 8.4 because more people went to go see it. There were more dissenting opinions on the movie, of course. Not everybody's gonna like the movie, of course. I know a couple of people who didn't really like Joker that much, didn't really understood it that much. But it still has a respectful 8.4, which is definitely much higher than Captain Marvel, which Captain Marvel made more money. It's sad we made more money, but it has a 6.9. It has not, unlike Joker, Captain Marvel's score has not changed. So Captain Marvel sort of had a score like a 6.5 or 6.4, but Captain Marvel's score, just like every Disney movie, has stayed frozen. Okay, score. Okay, we have Birds of Prey. It was originally at like a 7.2 or 7.1, and it dropped a literal point to a 6.1 out of 10 because not a lot of people really like Birds of Prey that much. Godzilla was like a 6.5 and dropped to like a 6 out of 10, a 6, average score of 6. You usually see scores drop. Sonic was like a 7 out of 10, and it dropped to 6.5. Pikachu was also 7 out of 10, and it dropped to a 6.5. This usually happens. As well, Alita was like at 7.7. It dropped to a 7.3 on IMDb as well, which is actually still high. I think that's still higher than freaking Booksmart, which was, loved by the critics, okay, was so smart and great, but it has a lower score than Alita, which is the funny thing. It has a lower score than Joker, okay, it has a lower score than, Endgame and all, and, Alita has a higher score than Booksmart, and, it's supposed, and, Booksmart's supposedly the most overlooked movie of 2020, okay? I put us with some. I bet if I put Booksmart on that list, it would probably be like a 1% because really the most overlooked movies of the year is like Godzilla and Alita. Those are the really most overlooked movies of the year, and people actually agreed with that. Okay, even a movie, even a movie that the critics hated. Let's just say, for example, Midway. The critics, absolutely hated that movie. Actually, Midway's score was originally 5.7 or 5.8, but it went up to 6.7. Okay. Which is pretty high for a movie that only got 41% on Rotten Tomatoes. Usually a movie that the critics hate should have lower scores. Okay, there of course there's very well exceptions, but you have lots of better movies than Booksmart. Okay, and now let's get back to Joker 2. I bet Joker 2 will probably still be, probably won't gross $1 billion, but will probably still be extremely popular. It will probably still make more profit. It will probably still be more profitable than the Marvels, the Eternals, and of course, let's not forget Black Panther 2, which will probably be propped up by the media and the critics, so it's like the Marvels and just like the Eternals. That garbage that Marvel's pointing out that nobody wants to see. Black Panther 2 is Sully at the helm. That's what I'm saying. Black Panther 2 is gonna suck because Sully's gonna be the main lead. We all know that, okay? Anyone with half a brain knows they're going to make fucking Sully the fucking main lead. But no one's gonna watch that, okay? The Marvel movies that people actually want to see are not even coming out until like 2023, okay? Because in 2022, Thor and Thunder is supposed to be coming out, and and Marvel just putting too much on the plate after Endgame. Okay, the only reason Marvel was doing so well was because of how well they written some of these characters. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. If you want to talk about a smart movie, not Booksmart, Guardians of the Galaxy was a smart movie, not Booksmart. Okay, with the critics called a masterpiece. Okay, yeah, this is not the updated Phase 4 where they put Shang-Chi to September and Black Widow to July, but all 4 of these movies are coming out. And the only ones I really want to see is Black Widow and Spider-Man. The only ones I want to see is, maybe 4 because the Guardians of the Galaxy are in it, okay? And Doctor Strange. And 2023, of course, I want to see Blade because Blade is... I'm probably going to see Blade. That's going to be a It's Blade, okay? The original Blade movies were amazing, except for the third one. The third one's okay. But even the third one was still pretty good. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, I think everybody's gonna want to see. That's probably that goes to $1 billion. Ant-Man, don't know. Doesn't even really give a crap about Ant-Man anymore. Okay, the second Ant-Man was underwhelming. And then we have Fantastic Four. But yeah, I'm assuming Joker 2 will come out in 2023 or the end of 2022, which will definitely destroy the Marvels in 2022, at the end of 2022, because I'm assuming that Joker is going to be like Sonic 2, it's not going to take that long to release, because Sonic 2, it's like a 2 year between the movies, and Joker 2, we don't know, it doesn't have a release date for Joker 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming out in 2022 or 2023. Wouldn't be surprised 2022 is the most likely date for Joker 2. So it's going to be competing with, the Marvels. And if Joker does release in October 2022, it is going to destroy the Marvels. Okay, at the box office, it's gonna destroy the Marvels, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god!" But Captain Marvel's gonna be the lead, and like all these hype articles saying Captain Marvel is a fan, but she's no fan favorite. I don't know why you have. It's only the mainstream media that says she's a fan favorite. Nobody gives a crap about Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. Nobody gives a crap about these two characters, okay? Nobody, Miss Marvel was such a fan favorite that she made the Avengers game flopped, okay? Such a fan favorite there, okay? I think it's because of the glitches and bugs, but Joker, okay? Let's just go to the highest grossing movies of all time, okay? And I think this is some movies are probably gonna join the list this year. Probably Black Widow, Fast and the Furious 9 because of how well it's gonna do in China. Fast and the Furious 9 might make this list. This is the highest grossing movies in all of history. You see, Joker is at 32. Okay, it actually beat out it beat out two Disney movies, The Rise of Skywalker, Toy Story 4, which were promoted, by the end by Disney, telling people you have to see these movies or else, and The Rise of Skywalker is especially laughable. Okay, the fact that Joker outsold The Rise of Skywalker, Toy Story 4, which barely outsold Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 4 had the help of China. Okay, Aladdin was also had the help of China, which is the only reason why I made $1 billion. Joker didn't need China to make $1 billion. Okay, but Toy Story 4 did, and Aladdin did, especially The Rise of Skywalker. No, The Rise of Skywalker just didn't exist in China. They just made like $5 million and that's it. And nobody watched The Rise of Skywalker, but Toy Story 4, if it wasn't for China, it would have never made $1 billion. Same thing with Aladdin remake. Okay, same thing with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel needed China to make this much money. Okay, if we exclude the grosses from China, Captain Marvel made less money than Joker. Okay, as well. And Endgame definitely made less money than Titanic. Okay, because it made like $600 million in China. Okay, as well. Okay, we have Wikipedia's list of highest grossing movies as well, highest grossing films of all time, and yep, the Joker is on this list as well, higher than The Rise of Skywalker, which was it was so bad that even the paid Disney critics hated it. Okay, the paid Disney critics hated The Rise of Skywalker. Okay, which are all paid by, of course, the mainstream critics, the mainstream media. The mainstream media tried to make sure Joker was a flop. They tried everything they can to make sure Joker was a flop. Okay? As well. And 2021, I bet Spider-Man will make $1 billion. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest, because the box office would have, I think it's 2021 in film. Here, 2021 film. Yeah, Endgame. That's not Avengers Endgame. That's different Endgame. But yep, you have Godzilla vs. Kong. F9, which is only like 3 countries. Okay, and that made so much money. Here, we have Raya and the Last Dragon, which was a box office failure. We have Tom and Jerry, which actually made money, unlike Raya and the Last Dragon. And we have a bunch of Chinese movies and films on this list. As well, we had China China, basically here. And yeah, we gotta see how well A Quiet Place Part 2 does in Cruella, whereas Cruella is already doing far worse than Joker, okay? But the critics are saying that you want to see Joker 2. It's not original. It's not, do we really need a Joker 2? How about all the other movies that Hollywood releases that we didn't need? A Mulan remake, a Woke Charlie's Angels movie, okay? Did we really need both of those? Okay? Or any of the Disney remakes to say it for them. Did you really need a Lion King remake? Apparently we did, because it made $1.6 billion, because all the Disney fanboys were like, oh my god, you know what? Disney is so amazing. Disney's so great. Yeah. And yeah, the Disney is like, oh my god, you know. I don't know why they don't have a list of movies. Or they have a list of American movies of 2021. And yeah, this is Hollywood. This is the abyss. Oh yeah, this is just domestic growth, not international. But yeah. Yeah. And yeah, we have Quiet Place in Part 2, Awake, Infinite, that's releasing on Paramount Plus. I forgot they were still releasing that garbage, Infinite. The Boss Baby. Oh yeah, there's all the Netflix originals on here. There's also all the Netflix originals and stuff. Don't Breathe 2. I find them making a Paw Patrol movie. But yeah, I think the only movies that have a chance to make $1 billion is Fast and the Furious 9. See how it does in China, how it does here. If it does well here, it will probably make $1 billion. Black Widow, that could possibly make $1 billion if it does well in China. And it is not canceled in China, so you never know. And the last movie I think it has a chance of making $1 billion is both The Matrix 4 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Those are the only movies I think have a chance. Not The Eternals. That's going to be a box office. Oh yeah, No Time to Die. That's a 5th movie. And Venom 2. So that's 6 movies that have a possibility. It's a possibility. Okay, I'm going to give them a chance of making $1 billion. I don't think the Suicide Squad will unless it's like absolutely beloved. But yeah, F9 probably like a 30% thing for Black Widow. I think that Spider-Man No Way Home probably has like a 60% chance. Matrix 4 has like a 20% chance if Matrix 4 goes really well. Venom, Better Because it'll probably be around 50% chance. And of course, let's not forget No Time to Die. Because that could be the last good James Bond movie before that franchise turns to a woke pile of garbage. I think this could be like a 50% chance for that movie as well. And I could be forgetting some movies as well. Enchanto might, enchant the box office, but Disney originals don't really do too well. Top Gun Maverick might make $1 billion, which will be a slap in the face to the Eternals. Ghostbusters Afterlife because of how but again, I think people are really burnt out on Ghostbusters after 2016. But again, it is a long delayed movie, so I think that movie does have like a 10% chance if it was Top Gun Maverick, but I don't think both of those movies will make $1 billion. And we can go over 2022 movies chances rated down to year, and yeah, that's basically it about this video. Goodbye.